Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go fight!
White trunks for Penn, black trunks for Florian.
Mike, if there's an area where I think BJ Penn has a significant advantage over Kenny, it's in his boxing. BJ has excellent hands.
And he's got a great chin.
He's got a great chin, and Kenny's going to avoid those hands. He got knocked down.
Caught the leg and strikes first. BJ Penn, 13-5-1 overall. Kenny Florian, 13-3.
Good elbow by BJ.
Florian realizes that the first round may very well be the most dangerous because BJ Penn's going to try to come out and end this fight early because that's something he's had a habit of doing in the past, and he's really angry. Mark Delagrati said, just weather the early storm, you know, be unpredictable, as you said, Joe. Get him into the third and fourth round when he's not quite as dangerous, and then try to work your magic.
Well, you know what? That's where the strength and conditioning program comes in.
True.
Because, you know, BJ, if he can keep up this kind of pace for 5 rounds, he'll be just as dangerous in the third, fourth, and fifth. In the past, when he hasn't had that kind of strength and conditioning program, that's when we've seen him fade, and he just relied on his talent alone.
The one thing that we will not see tonight is a significant strength advantage for Florian, as we saw with GSP against Penn. That being said, versatility is definitely one of the strengths of Kenny Florian.
And BJ looks thicker. BJ looks thicker tonight than he looked in the GSP fight. He looks more muscled.
Marv Marinovich said he totally changed everything. The explosiveness, the strength, technique, and again, the aggressor is BJ Penn. I mean, Penn has fought everybody, including the Gracies. You know, he's fought GSP twice. He's fought Hughes on multiple occasions.
Yeah, the experience difference between these two men is huge.
And the level of opponents.
Yeah, the toughest guy that Kenny has faced has been Joe Stevenson. Of course, Diego Sanchez, back when he competed on The Ultimate Fighter at 185. But I think Diego was just far too big for him back then. Diego just ran through him. BJ is so good at takedown defense. You got to wonder how much Kenny is burning himself out here. He's trying to take BJ's back here.
I mean, BJ Penn has fought heavyweight before, Joe.
Yeah, he fought Lyoto Machida and lost a decision. And that fight wasn't heavyweight. Lyoto was 220 pounds.
Good leg kicks possessed by Kenny Florian. Keith Florian saying that BJ's tired already. That one I'm not so sure about. Congratulations to Keith. The birth of his daughter, Karina Elizabeth Florian.
Well, you know what? BJ does have his mouth open. You know,
he'd really be tired right now,
there's always the possibility that this new strength and conditioning program that he's undertaken has worn him out. That's very possible that he is overtrained. Marv Marinovich, although a great strength and conditioning coach, has never been known to be training fighters, especially not mixed martial arts fighters of the highest caliber.
He has been known to push the kids he trains as well.
Right, so we don't know. I mean, this is all speculation.
Swing and a miss. Penn, though, delivers. Kenny slips. Big knee by Penn. Florian gets out of the way, though. That kind of knee was the one that finished the shirt fight. Lone loss back in 2002 to Little Evil Jens Pulver.
You ready? Let's go, fight.
Kenny's corner saying he will break before you.
Round 2. Kenny trying to keep him on the outside.
What I'd like to see from Kenny is some leg kicks.
Absolutely.
Sean Shirk landed a ton of those on BJ Penn.
There it goes. And a good one. Remember the way he chopped down Mishima? I mean, Kenny Florian's leg kicks are as good as anybody's at 55.
They're excellent. They're excellent. And I think if there's any advantage that he has over BJ, it is in that. BJ's legs are so strong and so flexible, and his balance is so excellent. But taking him down while he's fresh is really, really difficult. The only one who was able to do it really was GSP, who's probably got the best takedowns in mixed martial arts.
And he's way bigger.
Exactly. But Kenny's struggling, and in doing this, and in struggling and pushing BJ, one thing he's doing is he's making BJ work.
And you know, when GSP clinched, it was to wear down BJ Penn, to work for a takedown. I think when Kenny Florian clinches, he's looking to unload those vicious elbows.
Well, he's also looking to try to take BJ down. And if he can't take BJ down, at least he's making BJ work to defend that takedown. He's looking at the legs.
Some vicious ground and pound.
Kenny's looking at the legs. That inside leg kick that he's using from the southpaw position is going to wear out that front leg of BJ Penn. With Sean Shirk, Sean had some success with the orthodox position. And, you know, I asked Sean after the fight, I said, you know, you landed some really hard leg kicks. Why didn't you continue that? He said, I just got caught up in the fight.
Yeah.
He said that was part of the game plan.
Well, the one thing Kenny's excellent at is staying within the game plan.
Yeah, it's a huge part of fighting. You know, you can't be in there alone. You got to be in there with coaches. The moment sometimes overwhelms the best of them, and they abandon the strategy that they had before the fight.
Florian, a career best 6-fight winning streak coming into tonight for the former collegiate soccer player at Boston College. His entire family from Boston pretty much in attendance tonight.
You know, Kenny keeps going for that takedown, and I think he's going to wear BJ out if he continues to do this, Mike.
Dr. Florian, his father, a judo black belt himself. His parents are from Peru, here this evening. One of 6 siblings, all trained in martial arts.
He's looking for that elbow. Kenny broke, and as he broke, he looked for that slashing elbow that he lands.
That cut his good buddy Alex Karalexis. Alex still talks about the scar that his buddy Kenny gave him.
Kenny looking for the Superman punch, got a little careless, and he hit him in the back of the head.
BJ, watch the back of the head,
205 remains in round 2.
You can't fault BJ for that punch, though. I mean, he was just trying to connect.
One of the toughest cage fighters of all time in the history of the sport, BJ Penn.
And again, Kenny is going to wear him down if he keeps doing this. I wonder how much of the strategy was this. I mean, as I said, as I spoke to Mark Delagrate, when I asked him what the game plan was, he said be unpredictable. And I think that's one of the things Kenny's doing by constantly attacking and trying to get that takedown. I don't know if BJ was ready for this. And he keeps pressing him up against the cage. He's trying to wear the air out of him. Body shots.
The one thing that has been questioned with
good uppercut by BJ, though. Uppercut by BJ. BJ connected with the left hook.
It's never been questioned with Florian, Joe, but the heavy hands of BJ Penn can change the course of any fight in an instant. And if you're talking about one-strike knockout power advantage on paper, you got to give it to the champion.
Oh, 100%, 100%. Yeah, Kenny has not been known to knock guys out, especially with punches. I mean, especially on the feet, rather. I mean,
he'll usually overwhelm him, strike, then get on top and finish it off with some serious ground and pound. Again, he gets caught. Final 35 seconds of the second round.
And a good round for Kenny Florian. If they believe that they can wear BJ out and make him break, it's been a good round for him because he's forced BJ to work. And he lands that leg kick again.
Kru Toy, Sit Yo Tung in attendance here tonight watching Kenny.
One of the great things about Kenny's southpaw stance is when he's landing this inside leg kick, BJ's not checking it the way you traditionally check the outside one. You know, if Kenny's left leg was forward and he was landing on Kenny's, on BJ's left leg, BJ would be lifting his left leg up and catching it with the shin.
But the fact of the matter is, you could make the argument that Penn has won round 1 and round 2. And if he wins this round, as long as he survives 4 and 5, he may have already stolen this fight. Again, judges' scorecard's unpredictable.
Well, I think it's hard to say that right away at the beginning of the 3rd round, but, you know, I mean, we're not even halfway into the fight. But I do think that Kenny's game plan is having some success. BJ is slowing down, but, you know, the question remains, I mean, is BJ pacing himself? Is he just trying to stay calm and wear Kenny down and let Kenny run around and not exert as much energy early? We don't know. You know, this is all speculation.
And Joe, look back to those fights earlier in the career of BJ Penn, in which he was defeated by a Hughes and a GSP. He came out and dominated early, but went for the win maybe too aggressively and ended up gassing himself out. So that's a good point. Maybe he is trying to be a bit more methodical and disciplined.
Well, in the last Hughes fight, he was injured. I mean, he injured himself in trying to submit Hughes and wound up getting beaten down. But he himself has said that he wasn't in the greatest condition going into that fight. I mean, there was a period of time where he was only, you know, he was training much less because he felt like made it more exciting for him and made it more fun to fight. That he wore himself out when he tried to train too hard. And again, Kenny employing that GSP strategy of pressuring BJ, making him wrestle, trying to wear his arms out, trying to test
20
his
pounds
conditioning.
lighter.
Yeah, and that is very important. Yeah, he's landing some good knees though, and again drops down for that takedown. Now, if Kenny's able to complete one of these takedowns, then we're gonna know for sure that BJ's wearing down.
Great point. And we know that BJ Penn has outstanding takedown defense. Great dexterity.
Body shots by Kenny, and drops down again.
Shoulder pressure.
Yeah, they want him to press him up against that cage and keep doing that.
Second world title opportunity for Florian.
And he's pressing right into his gut. You know, it makes it very difficult for BJ to breathe when he does this. And BJ's using his forearm to try to hold him back and prevent it. Good uppercut by BJ, and Kenny tries to break away with an elbow.
You know, BJ's landed that uppercut on numerous occasions.
Mark Delagrate was yelling out in the corner that he wanted Kenny to use the legs, land those leg kicks.
Good shot by Florian. Uh-oh, he got caught again, though. Florian came through with a big left. Absolutely. Kenny's a tough kid. Soccer player, extremely intelligent. Went to Boston College. His father, the doctor, said, you know, when I sent him to college, I wanted him to come back a lawyer, not a fighter. But you know what? He's pretty good as a fighter, and I'm very proud of him.
You know what? In this life, you got to do what you want to do.
And Kenny has always wanted to be a samurai, and he is. Penn was born to be a fighter as well. There was never any doubt in the minds of everyone that he was going to do it. Single.
He landed that front leg kick.
Under 90 seconds remains in round 3. Then we'll head to the championship rounds. Good knee.
Good knee by BJ
Penn.
and a good right hand by BJ.
BJ looking to chase Kenny down. Florian gets away.
BJ's still got that explosive speed, and you saw that in that right hand attempt. He is measuring himself. I mean, he is definitely slowing down, but it could be that he's pacing himself. And again, Kenny, right? Same strategy. Press him up against the cage, shoulder pressure.
Is it working at all, though, Joe?
It's got to be wearing him down a little bit. I mean, it's tough. Kenny is driving his shoulder into the rib cage and the gut of BJ Penn. He's making him work.
Maybe the better question might be, though, can you win a round with this technique?
Oh, look at that. BJ tries to hit the switch.
And BJ firing away again.
Kenny got those shots landed on him, but he moved away. Which shows me he doesn't want to stand in exchange with BJ. He's fighting intelligently. He's not fighting with his ego. When he gets tagged like that, he's just trying to get out of there. But he's showing some excellent ability to absorb the powerful punches of BJ Penn.
Kenny with the Superman punch. Final seconds of the round.
I want to see more kicks.
And there it is. Kenny's going to come out. I mean, Joe, we've gotten burned many times, as have our fighters, trying to figure out the scorecard, but...
Well, this is Kenny's second venture into the championship rounds, the first being the title fight with Sean Shirk, which he lost.
That was a nasty fight. Big cut opened up on Shirk's head by the elbow of Kenny Florian.
Kenny's attacking now, he got caught.
Kenny's got great movement.
Yeah, he's very intelligent in the way he moves away.
See, you heard Mark Delagrati, crew Mark from Sit Yo Tung, say, let's see the legs go, let the legs go. That's a definitive advantage in your arsenal.
Yeah, I believe that's his biggest advantage.
This, and again, I mean, Joe, we've seen a lot, but does this score points?
Well,
does
he
this
is
win
in
rounds?
The advantage in that he is pressing BJ Penn up against the cage. But it's not as big as a takedown. It's not as big as a strike. It can all be negated with one excellent combination by BJ. You know, he can push him up against the cage all day. He steps away. BJ cracks him with a right hand. BJ wins that exchange. And BJ just threw a good uppercut there. Now BJ
with the takedown here in round 4. Huge takedown for BJ Penn.
BJ looking to pass.
Kenny's got great jiu-jitsu, but so does Penn. Both Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belts.
I believe Penn has a significant advantage in the jiu-jitsu. I think
over most of the world, right?
Yeah. BJ is a guy who won the world championships 3 years into training. I mean, when they call him the prodigy, that's not a goof like, you know, some guys, they like to call them the pit bull or the monster or whatever. This is the real prodigy. I mean, he really is a special athlete, and especially with his jiu-jitsu. No disrespect to any pit bulls or monsters out there.
Kevin Randleman,
I love
Thiago
Kevin
Alves.
Randleman, and I love Thiago Alves. I just was at a loss for adjectives.
That's fair, though. Thiago is a legit pit bull.
What about Kevin?
It's fair.
He's a monster.
Well, he's Ken Flo, though. Oh, Kevin is the monster, no question.
Okay, and so far, BJ is still in Kenny Florian's half guard and has not been able to pass yet. He's putting his hands down on the thighs. He's looking to pass, and the audience cheers for that, which shows you how educated mixed martial arts fans are now. Kenny's holding on to that ankle now. That is the last thing keeping him in there. Kenny just got a hit with some big shots. See, here's a perfect example of what we were talking about earlier. What Kenny did earlier by pressing BJ up against the cage, gone now. Means nothing. Especially now.
Oh, he's got the mount. Penn looking to finish the fight. Florian's in big trouble here. BJ Penn.
Kenny's got to explode. He's got to roll out of this.
Looking to choke Kenny Florian out.
What BJ's going to try to do is going to try to control one of his arms with his legs. Notice how he's doing that? Using his left arm. He wants to control Kenny's left arm.
Right back to the mount and the elbow.
Kenny's got to explode out of this.
Just under 90 seconds remains in the 4th round.
He used that arm to try to take away the base.
Oh, look at the kicks.
That's old school Hickson Gracie style.
Oh, he's got the choke.
Sucked it in.
Penn looking to choke out Florian. BJ Penn looking to remain the champion. It is all over. BJ Penn has defeated Kenny Florian.
Outstanding performance. And that's what I was saying about the significant advantage that BJ has on the ground. Once BJ got that fight to the ground, it was all him.
Two of the classiest guys in UFC history.
And here you see it. Once Penn has such incredible strength on the ground, his jiu-jitsu is so solid and technical. Once he got a hold of Kenny's back, it was just a systematic breakdown of Kenny's defenses until he finally got the arm underneath the neck, sunk in the choke, and retained his lightweight crown. Huge, huge victory for BJ Penn.
BJ Penn, Kenny Florian. The fight finished in the 4th round by submission. BJ just said that Kenny were friends again. And remember, Kenny Florian, a few years back, went to Hawaii to train with BJ Penn. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 54 seconds of the 4th round. Declaring the winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke, and still the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, the